What's going on, everyone on YouTube? Dr. K Nscaler here, coming to you from the train room. We have some changes. Oh, look, a town. But most importantly, where did the intermodal facility go? It has been removed. We talked about it a little bit in the last video. Some of you guys commented on how much space that takes up, and pretty much everyone's in agreement that this is a lot of really good real estate that we can use here for some industry. And I've gotten comments, I'm like, well, you can't reach that. Well, you're right. I can't really reach it from here. But what I can do is actually pull the layout out from the wall for when we do our operation sessions, which will be, hopefully pretty regularly when this thing is complete with my buddies from the train club and when my friends from N-Scale community come visit, which would be great. Anyways, enough about that. What are we going to do with this blank canvas of a space? Definitely going to put in some industry and service it. Right here, I'm going to leave these 3 tracks. That's going to be to Union Station, which we talked about in a previous video. Here's a mock-up of a building for working on the passenger cars, passenger engines, things like that. Another engine facility over here, no tracks going to it. We've got a lot of options. Some of you may be wondering, Billy, where did all these buildings come from? This is just a touch of the buildings I acquired last week. Sadly, the Model Railroad Club I've been a member of for a couple years. During COVID, I joined. Actually, we lost our lease on our big club building, which had an enormous HO scale layout, a really nice N scale layout. Shout out to my buddies who I've learned a lot in that N scale club. John, Rick, Lou, and Joe, really good friends. Also Mike, fun running trains with you, buddy. But anyways, last week or 2 weeks ago, we were told, hey, N scalers, we don't have room for you at the new club. We're gonna get, you guys got to take down the layout, whatever you want, keep it. Otherwise, just throw it in the trash. So I went crazy wrapping buildings, saving stuff. We're going to get the track and other stuff for some of the other guys so they can build layouts at home. Looking forward to having some run nights with those guys. We're switching to a round robin style club. Not that you guys really want to hear about that, but that is the explanation on where all these really nice buildings came from. So basically these buildings found a home, not in the dumpster, but on my layout. This area right here is eventually going to resemble my hometown of Western Springs. There's that station that I had 3D printed from a really cool guy in Canada a couple years ago. But these buildings actually do look like the buildings in the town I'm from, for the most part. We'll be changing the names on the storefronts and things like that. There's a really cool sign member of the club at some point made, West Pasco Model Railroad Association. Definitely going to keep that sign on the layout. Maybe not in this town, but it will be on the layout as a kind of a thank you to the club for all they taught me, and a big shout out to that club. And really, it's helped me come this far. I've learned a lot through them, and I'm continuing to learn and have fun. That's what this is all about, is having fun. Sorry to bring in the drama about us getting kicked out of our club, the N-Scale guys, but that seems to happen. N-Scale is not as popular as HO. We won't really drag on about that, but that is where these buildings came from. While we're on the subject of buildings, let's look at some of the other buildings I acquired. So some of these are buildings that I've had on the layout. I think I built this when I was like 11. This is the paper mill. It definitely needs some repairs, dusting, painting, weathering, but still a really good building. Hopefully we're going to incorporate it somewhere on the layout. I do love this building. Has both an area for trackage to go in and then a nice loading dock for semis. Will I keep the building this size? Will I cut it down? Will we change it? To be determined. You guys tell me. I think this could be actually, now that I'm talking and looking at it now, we could really do a cool scratch building. So scratch built, kind of more like a kit bash. I'm a kit basher, let's be real. Take this thing apart, make something different from it to fit the space better. So might do that. You guys tell me what you think. What do you guys want to see? But I've got another lumber yard. This one's from the club layout. This is one I built last year. Pretty fun. Tons of water towers. All the water towers you're going to see here from the club. Cool manufacturing facility. really nicely detailed. Love this one. Gonna find a place for it on the layout. This is from my module, the Walthurst contest last year. We should probably do a video if anyone wants to see a video about that build from last year. Placed second in the N scale division. Turned out really good, but I really like this kit. Went ahead, did detail the inside to a point with the car lift and things like that, but fun building. So that's from the Walthurst contest last year. We've got some houses under construction, churches, really highly detailed fire station, and tons of fire trucks, which I'm not gonna lie, I had a fire truck bedroom when I was 3. Adrian and Joel, my parents, if you're watching, that's still really cool in my book. And I still love fire trucks. So anyways, fire station right there, that came from the club layout. Little warehouse building, needs some cleaning, but needs some repair. But overall, I think it'll find a spot on the layout somewhere. Another factory style warehouse building. This is some stuff I was building last year. Actually, it was inspired by this building at the club. Went out and got this kit. Never finished it, but I'm heading in the right direction. So anyways, we've got a cold storage building. That was a really cool part on the old layout with an ice house and stuff like that. I think that'll fit well in the Chicago theme because there's a lot of old buildings that still look like this. They could have been cold storage now that I think back on it, but a lot of buildings like this laying around in Chicago, especially with the cool old water towers on it. We're gonna have a lot of water towers on this layout, which fits the theme actually. So never really would have thought about that until I brought home like 5 water towers last week. Really cool building. I think this was built by my buddy Lou. If you watch this, Lou, shoot me a text, tell me, did you build this building? But it is not going in the trash. I really like this one. Lou's an amazing builder. Pretty sure he's a master model railroader title. Is that the title? You guys tell me what it is in the comments. I think that's what it's called. But basically, he's been model railroading forever, him and Joe, and they built some amazing stuff. So I feel like this was a Lou build, but not sure. On the front, it's that DPM style kit, like this one and that one. Really neat sign. Sure, you guys can tell me where that's from. But on the back, actually, this cast brick looks like a retaining wall or something like that, but who knows? Turned out cool, but that's on the back, so probably on the back again because I like the frontage of this building, but neat building again. Tri-State Utility Company, another one from the layout. I think that we can do a lot with this. Not sure what we'll do with it on the layout, but I think it fits the theme pretty well. This was something, I don't know if you guys know what this kit is. I believe we had it with the cold storage and ice house at the layout. I'm gonna have to look back at some pictures I've taken over the years at the club layout and see if this fits it. Missing a little cupola up there, but this could be another good building somewhere on the layout. What would you guys do with it if you had it for your layout? So here's a tank from the paper mill. That can go anywhere. It will go with the paper mill, I'm sure, if it stays a paper mill. Really like this building. One of my favorites, actually had it in my cart at lombardhobbies.com and was gonna buy this Walthurst kit to build for the layout and came home with one. I really like this one. Pretty sure that my buddy Rick threw some lights in this one at some point, or Lou did, but yep, it's lit. We're gonna have a lot of wiring to do, guys, on this layout sometime. Hope you're ready for it. Water tower. Water tower. We will not have a shortage of water pressure on this layout for these N-scale folks using these buildings and houses and stuff. There is a lot of water towers. So anyways, joking aside, that's how we do it. Like to have fun, but you may have caught this in the background. What is going on here? This was a sheet of plywood we were joking about last time, and it looks like it is a kind of ramshackle thrown together. It looks like my buildings got a little shifted when I was moving the layout around a few days ago cleaning. That's why we're gonna fix them to the board at some point. Not permanently, but so they don't move. Anyways, this is gonna be kind of our Chicago scene. So, whoa, we're flying over, helicopter view. drone view 2023, guys. Everyone has a drone, right? Not me, but drone videos are sweet. So these 3D printed buildings, these actually I bought at a really cool store. I buy a lot of actually secondhand N-scale stuff. They buy collections, and then I go through it and buy my favorite stuff. Zitnik Trains down in Pinellas Park, Florida. So Pinellas County, a little bit south of Clearwater, in between basically Clearwater and St. Pete, but it's about a 20-minute ride from my office, so I like to run over there once in a while during work. Heard through the grapevine they had these big buildings, 3D printed. Want to grab them? Yes, I do 3D printing myself, but picked these up for a steal. I think they were like $10 a piece. Really good deal. I did eventually find plans to build some of these on Thingiverse, so I'll probably start printing these at some point if I want more, but right now I have plenty. What I like about them, gives this layout a lot of height. It really does show, hey, it's a city. So, and I'm not gonna do a scale version of this year's tower. Actually, that would be like up there because it's so tall. So the artist perspective, we are gonna shrink these buildings. We're not gonna have 100-story buildings here because it would look ridiculous. It would be cool, but it would be ridiculous. That's for a museum, which I do not have. We're in a garage. Look, there's the sweet car. There's the nice dog. Love the Suburban. That's not what this video is about, but I know a bunch of you guys are car guys too. So what do we drive? We've got a Suburban. We've got a GMC Sierra, pretty big Chevy and General Motors family, but a lot of cool buildings. The majority of these are salvaged, saved from the dumpster. Let's call it that. These buildings were saved from the dumpster at the Model Railroad Club. They will need some cleaning. They will need some fixing. But someone did a really good job on these. That looks like it may have been Joe. Not sure. No name. Some of them have a name. Whoever this guy Paul was, I'm not sure if he's still around. Former member of the club. He might be in heaven for all we know. That does happen to some of us model railroaders as we get older. They donate stuff to the clubs, which is really cool of them. But got a bunch of buildings from a guy named Paul who made some really nice buildings. This building right here is my favorite. It's so heavy. I think it was cast and painted. Just incredible building. That's why it is where it is featured. I love the detail. What do you guys think? Do you guys know if this was a kit? Where's this from? Amazing building. Probably my favorite one I got in the entire lot. There were some really cool scratch built ones made by Lou. And those are going to Rick's layout. So Lou, if you're watching, Rick's got a bunch of your really nice buildings. They will not be trashed. There's some kind of overgrown buildings in the background here. Over there, kind of cutaways. These ones don't have actual backs to the building, so probably display them off to the side. We'll be very realistic. There are definitely some abandoned buildings and kind of overgrown buildings in Chicago from what I can remember. I'll have to go back this summer, take some pictures, get inspired, do a little rail fanning, do some architecture fanning, but a lot of neat stuff. As I'm filming this, didn't even notice this before, got like a brass fire escape there kind of falling off the building, so I'm gonna have to try and fix that at some point. I really need a whiteboard out here to organize what am I doing, what's next. Right now I'm just having fun, and that's what it's all about. Some guys on YouTube that we follow, they kind of got away from it. They really got hung up in it, trying to get Patreons and followers and money and all that stuff. And that's not what this is going to be about. Now you guys can tell me, eat your words, Billy, in episode 3 or layout 2 or number 2 in March of 2023. You said you weren't going to do that. Well, at this point, it's not my plan. Just going to have fun with it. People want to sponsor it, go for it. But I'm not going to be asking for, you guys sign up to be my Patreons or anything like that. Right now, we just want to have fun. And I want to share the hobby, share with you guys. Give you something to watch, make you feel inspired. This layout is like feeling like a mess as I'm staring at it there, but that's okay. Embrace the mess and keep going. What are you guys working on your layouts right now? Shoot me a message. What do you guys need help with? We're all here. Probably you're all in the same N-scale clubs on Facebook and hopefully you follow my Instagram. We have a lot of fun there. But I want to hear from you. What do you guys think? What do you guys want to see? I was thinking about redoing this area because, as you know, especially shout out to my buddy John, somewhere in SoCal, is his layout name on Instagram. My buddy John Farrow, BMX rider, IT master. He knows more than anyone that I am really good at ripping things up and redoing them. And this hill, the bottom part, I like it. It's okay. But the top part, it's just not going to work. So what do you want to see? I'm thinking that we do a bigger hill, more rail fanning, kind of block that whole back corner, even though I made it really nice. It'll be nice from the other side. I was thinking about throwing a mine here. Should we keep that? I don't know. What do you guys think? Block it and only see it from the back, make this taller. Gonna build some trees, just gonna cover everything with trees, right? That would be fun. We'll do like 10,000 trees. I don't think I can make that many. I'll get really bored. But I did buy the stuff to make a lot of trees. So not going to do a tree video right now because I'm not an expert. At some point, if I'm happy with my trees and you guys say, hey, how did you make those? I'm going to be like, oh, I watched 10 other people's YouTubes on making N-scale trees. But here's the Billy version, which is the same as their version. Or, you know, modified to use the tools and stuff that I already have. What do we have here? Another water tower. What is going on with this scene? There's a house and a tower. GMC pickup truck on the tracks. A sawmill. That's pretty cool. Can we zoom in there? Not sure if you guys can see it. Yeah, you can. Actually a brass saw blade in this. I think this is a scratch built structure. Tell me if it's not, if it's a kit, but it is so cool. Really neat. Gonna have to find a place on the layout or maybe on a module, something like that. I don't know. I really like this. I found this. It was literally about to go in the trash and I grabbed it. Pretty cool structure. Didn't even know that that was on our layout. Might not have been, but it was in the cleanup last week. So more cleanup coming this week. Probably have to do a video of what the layout used to look like at the club as kind of a tribute to it. But anyways, what's going on with this scene? 3D printed truck on the tracks, tower, house, store down there. That was actually Henry this week on Friday. My 2-year-old was helping me with some city planning, and he was placing structures and having fun with Daddy's black truck, even though I have a blue truck. Same truck as what I have. So I printed it, kind of fun. Yeah, so we were having fun, and that's what's neat, you know. I like including him with this over the years. Hopefully he'll be into it. If not, he can be into whatever he wants. But part of being a dad is having fun and teaching your kids about your hobbies and how to use their hands and have fun and, you know, let them play with the trains. So one of my good buddies from college, his dad was a super big Lionel collector. Never let my buddy play with the trains. And, you know, I remember chatting about this with my buddy, you know, when we're in our late teens, early 20s, talking about trains. We figured out we were both into trains. And, oh, yeah, my dad had a collection. I'm telling him all about my American Flyer trains and how my dad helped me set them up on the pool table in the basement. And then come to find out, this guy's dad didn't let him touch anything, and they all sat in boxes. And kind of sad. So I'm going to do the opposite of that. My dad was really cool with the trains, so I'm going to be really cool with my kids. If they break this stuff, guess what? Workbench, messy workbench. That looked way better in the last video. Workbenches are for fixing things, working on them. Pretty much we can fix anything. If we break it too much, well, we'll turn it into something else on the layout. So going back through the structures, what is this, guys? Is this a coaling tower? I think it's a coaling tower. You tell me. Another one saved from the garbage. Another town, another church. Same one as the other one. It's kind of weird to have two of the same ones. That one's got a white steeple. This one has a, how do they do this? Copper? Really cool technique. Made in, covered up, not sure where. Pretty neat building. Pretty good detail, especially for N scale. This one's missing some of the window covers compared to this church. Really neat. would it be cool if we set all the clocks at the same time on the layout? I wish it was 5 o'clock because it's always 5 o'clock somewhere, right? Those ones say 6:45, it looks like. So, I don't know. Anyways, what else do we have here? Boyd's Billiards. What kit is this? Is this a kit someone built? Or is this a Walther's built up? You guys tell me. I'm not sure. Really cool. Really nice. I'm guessing it was a pre-built kit looking at it with all the details and stuff on there. I like that one. Really fun. It's got a bunch of lights in it. Does look like, I have no idea what those lights are. LED, but it's got a little board on it, which is cool. So who knows? We'll have to get that thing plugged in. Might do more than we think. This is a theater now showing Gone with the Wind and live on stage Trisha doll. So I have no idea. Obviously Gone with the Wind is that Clark Gable and Vivian Leigh movie from back in the day. Hot and Cheesy, Mama's House of Pizza. I think we need to update the signage if this is going to be a modern layout. And do love the old pinup stuff and cigars. Pretty cool. That'll need some updating. What do you guys want to see? What should we be playing at the theater? Should it be a theater? Should we turn it into something else? Should we do like a downtown LaGrange? We did a Western Springs. Crazily, a bunch of you guys on Instagram and YouTube, we all grew up in the same area. Went to similar high schools or the same high schools, which is random, but should we do a LaGrange hobby or something like that? I don't know. This area, man, that Kit Bash building is really falling apart. It's because I didn't glue it together, but that was going to be the brewery up there. With this giant addition of buildings, I was thinking, do I put another town up here? Do we scenic it? I was feeling real inspired by one of the N-scalers in, I think, Alberta. I forget his YouTube handle, but watched a ton of his videos and just really like the massive areas of scenery. Which is usually, I'm less scenery, more building, more track, but it would be cool to do some more scenery over here. So I don't know. What do you guys want to see? We could even put the town here in between on what was the branch line or still is the branch line. Scenery. Sorry, Dad's filming. Dads are always messy with the camera. Hope nobody got seasick there. But anyways, guys, what do you think? I've rambled on for a while. I don't want to take up too much of your time. I think I want to always keep these videos around or less than 20 minutes. But what do you want to see next? Someone did have a shout out. They want to see how the controller works, my DCC unit from ESU, the cab control. We're going to do one of those when this layout's a little bit more cleaned up. And we go from there. But what do you guys want to see next? Definitely what I'm going to be working on next is, like how we started this, what are we going to put here? I'm going to figure out some industries and things like that, some switching opportunities, and we go from there. Anyways, guys, have a great night. I think I said anyways like 9,000 times. Talk to you soon. Comment, like below. Add me. Message me, whatever you guys want to do. Let's chat about trains. Let's get you going. Let's keep this hobby rolling. Talk to you soon. Bye.